Hey there, everyone. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe, and any comments that you have, please put them in the comment section. Keep it good and clean and healthy and happy. So I just want to quickly talk about. Hold on, I've got a cat on my knee, so it's a bit of a distraction. Her name is Bubbles. Yeah. So what am I going to talk about, Mum? Um, I forget now what the subject was going to be. Food. That was it. Food. Um, how food is really changing. And what I mean by that is the taste and texture and just everything about food. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that's noticed. Even things and brands and things that you've been eating for years, maybe as a child, and you know, are just not the same. And you've wondered, okay, maybe you've changed, your taste buds have changed, and maybe it's you. But I don't think it is you or I. I just think the actual product has changed, and not necessarily for the better. So be careful, you know, be careful, you know. I mean, I've got loads of weight to lose, so I'm trying to get on with that and trying to eat better and be a bit healthier, try and lose some weight. So I think this. I don't know what you think about this, Mum. I know you know, my mum's from Jamaica, and she's nearly 80 years old, and she knows about good food because she knows about organic food. You know, she grew up in the country side of Jamaica, Clarendon, and her mother and father farmed their own food, and so we're talking about natural, organic palate that she has and has always had. So she's hypersensitive to, wouldn't you say, Mum? Hypersensitive to change and taste and let's put it this way: you know when something isn't food. Would you say doesn't taste like food?
The taste of our yams. We have yams.
Yams.
We have our yams.
Yeah.
And
Yam, which is an
family,
important staple
several different
in the
yams.
Caribbean and in
But
Africa, of
none
course.
of them taste.
They don't taste the same. They look
No,
like yams,
it could be me,
but they don't taste like
but
yams.
it doesn't taste.
Well, it's interesting that you say it could be me, Mum, because that's what I said earlier. That I
Yeah,
think that we do say that. We think that, is it
it's
me?
our
I'm not.
taste
It's our
buds
taste
have
buds, or is it? Or have
changed.
I changed? Or I think an element of that may well be true,
Yeah,
because I think as you
old
get
age.
older, your
Yeah,
palate does change
palate.
slightly. But
Yeah.
I think the types of changes that we're tasting and
Mm,
seeing, really more than that.
yeah.
You know,
Mm,
almost foods that are almost unrecognizable. Really,
yeah.
I would say, go as far as to say. So, what do we do about that?
Mm,
We've got to educate ourselves. That will help, and we've got to buy foods that are as close to God's food, I would say,
mm,
you know, as we possibly can. And that's getting harder because our budgets are getting tighter and it's a real challenge. All right. So I
yeah.
appreciate that. But if we can choose something that used to have life in it,
Mm,
I think is a good principle. Right. And I know they're messing about with that, but they're messing about with everything. But
yeah.
I think there's more messing about
Mm,
with foods that are in a tin, foods that are in
yeah.
a plastic bag, or yeah,
I
than
agree.
there are
Yeah.
with foods that are actually still. And I may be wrong. I'm just thinking, how best to go about
Is it
this.
our taste buds? I don't
It,
know.
it, it, like I said, there is an element of that. Our taste buds have changed, but there's definitely more than that going on.
Yes.
There's definitely more than that going on. So our choices have to adapt, I think,
Mm.
is the thing, Mum. But yeah, there's definitely, as I say, our
Changes
our taste buds change, of course, as we get older.
Yeah,
They
but
do. We have our appetites change,
mm,
but I don't think that the change in the foods is down to that.
mm,
If you remember a few weeks ago, try and remember this, Mum, right? A few weeks ago, you bought some saltfish.
mm.
Yeah?
Yes,
What was that like?
we couldn't eat it.
Couldn't eat it. Had to
It
throw it
was
away.
like
And why couldn't you
somebody
eat it?
put. Really, we should have reported it.
Should have
But
reported it,
because
really.
it's like somebody put some plastic
So it was like
on,
plastic.
you know, the strip. Yeah, it like they put and glue it together. It
Strips of
couldn't-
plastic and glued it together.
Yeah, and it was labeled
It was labelled saltfish, but it obviously
and
wasn't.
It could be cooked
And you're quite right. We should have reported it. And it was interesting
Yeah.
because I found a few
It couldn't-
videos.
it couldn't-
I found a few videos on YouTube with
The
the same problem.
Yeah.
So that's really
Someone-
scary that we might be
Yeah.
eating plastic
And
if you're
we
not very
don't-
careful.
We
So
don't have anyone
yeah,
like before food standard.
yeah, food
People to
standards are
report
obviously
it.
not. Yeah.
Because the same people
Well, I
who
think you can still
report
report
it to,
things,
because
but
the
what?
same people
Sure.
reporting it to,
Mm.
they are the ones who run in the system.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I think the idea of reporting things, Mum, in what are we, January 2023,
Yeah.
it's taken on a whole new meaning.
Yeah.
And I think that the idea that, you know, like 10 years ago, let's report this and something might be done, you'll get a response, and there may be, you know, I think that process has changed,
Yeah.
and because I just think no one cares.
Yeah.
No one really cares. And I think the system is reflecting the
Yes.
not caring.
No one cares.
And it's gonna take some of us some time to adjust to that new normal. That
So-called norm.
that you know, 10 years ago, I believed that, you know, the system cared, you know, and you know, but I just don't think that they do anymore.
No.
So writing a letter and complaining,
That's
well,
a
you
waste
might
of
get a
time.
response,
Waste of time out
but I
there.
don't think it's achieving much in 2023 January, and going forward even less so. That's my view,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm being really negative, and I don't know.
No,
Let me
they're
know,
changing
guys. Let
with
me know what you
everything.
think. Am
With
I
everything,
being
everything is
really,
changing.
you know, miserable, or you know, have I got a point there? And I don't fault you, Mum, for saying, you know, we should have reported it, and we should have. I think more than anything, we should raise awareness, which is what we're doing right now. I think we should raise awareness. I think we should share information. I think we should share knowledge
Yeah.
as much as we can,
Yeah.
because reporting to the no care realm is not going to achieve anything.
Yeah.
It's like it's just your complaint goes into the abyss, and if you're lucky, a little acknowledgement email comes back to you, and nothing really is. Yeah.
Because somebody deliberately
Yeah.
fabricate
Something not right about it. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. So food and obviously drinks go right alongside that. To be honest, even water. Sorry I don't want to be miserable here, and I don't want to like be the bearer of bad news, but it's kind of sounded like that. Sorry, I really don't mean to be miserable. I'm honestly just trying to, you know, share my experiences, you know, and I want you to do the same, guys. You know, I want to know about
We like to see.
you know, your
Bring back the
experiences and
good
so
old
on.
days.
Yeah, bring back the good old days, Mum says, you know, and you know she's got some
See
points
your
about
friend
that.
and recognize it.
There was a moment, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was a period where it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But short lived. So, you know, as I say, the point of all of this is get things off my chest. Hopefully people can relate to what I'm saying and we can share our experiences and maybe advise each other on the best ways to go forward and to approach these things. I hope to learn from you. It's not just about me preaching. I don't want to be preaching, you know. I'm just kind of like, yeah, just talking. So I hope it's a benefit, you know. But anyway, guys, look forward to speaking to you again, and you take it easy, right? Please like the video. If you got a second, just do that. And share and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye. Bye.